The Cairngorms in winter are a proper playground for winter enthusiasts, but the knee-deep snow we experienced was seriously hard going, and it was for that reason that we agreed that the next leg of our adventure should be a little more tame. The drive out of Braemar was anything but this. However, we somehow survived and made our way west along much less snowy glens. The views were just amazing, as you'd expect in this part of the world, and they got even more dramatic as we approached the mountains of Glencoe wearing their winter coat. My mate Jack, who I was travelling with, had decided it would be a good idea to use a campsite this time, rather than wild camp or use a bothy. As soon as we drove onto the site, I didn't need any more persuading. The thought of a warm shower, flushing toilet, and food kiosks serving proper comfort food was too hard to pass up. We searched around and eventually found the perfect pitch, and it was a great one, with the mountain river flowing nearby, with the view of the mountains I'll remember for a long time. It appeared we'd struck gold. So, Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. So, I know I've already showed you around the campsite a little bit. It's a cracking spot. And I know I normally start these videos with my mush sort of in the shot. But, yeah, I'll give you something a little bit different tonight. Let's swing it round. The reason we're here is because of this chap here. We've got Jack again.
Hi, everyone.
And, Jack, do you want to tell us a little bit about this site? Like, how you knew about it? Because it's not somewhere I'd have even have known was here.
This is the Red Squirrel site. It's quite a famous site in Glencoe. There's not many of them in Glencoe. Got a wonderful view to the Papa Glencoe and whatever this one here is called.
Oh, you were impressed with that for a minute, knowing all the names of the mountains. You knew the one.
Yeah, there's this one and there's the other one.
The big one in the background, yeah.
It's a nice site. It's quite empty at the moment because it is December. It's a nice place to spend the evening and spend New Year's, having a nice fire by the river.
Yeah, because I mean, it's weird because it feels later than it is. It's not even 4 o'clock yet, and you can see we've already got dusk in the air. We've got some wood, some fire logs, so yeah, we're going to get a fire going. And I think, come down, it's literally just going to be booze, food, and who knows how the evening's going to unfold. We might even meet up with some other people around. We'll see how it goes. Right, catch up with you in a bit. Right, so we've gone from daylight to darkness, and finally, after a little bit of a sleep, we're getting old, us two. Yeah, it's time for the fire, so go ahead, Jack.
Lighting in one.
It's going to be a successful first time, isn't it? Look at that.
Right, first time.
Fire lighters.
First time. Go on. Not catching.
Oh, have faith. It's going to work. Look at that. That looks promising. Do you reckon we're in business? I will say at this point, actually, Jack was talking about putting some rocks around it, which I know is a good idea. But I've actually read online about certain rocks exploding if they're full of water and then they heat up. If you're watching this and you know anything about that, feel free to drop a comment below and educate the two of us, because we want to stay safe. We just we don't know how it is or how it works. But look at that. We cannot be. I mean, it is pretty nippy. Really need this. And there is a burger van. Jack he's struck gold with this place. You know, you've seen the pictures already, and you've seen it's a great location, and then you've got a burger van and the pub just up the road as well. Best of all worlds. Right then, so here we go. Onto the next beverage, and obviously, while in Scotland, it's only right you drink local, don't you? So we've found in Morrison's up at Fort William these beers here, Loch Lomond Brewery. This one is they're both IPAs. Zoom Time. That one is 4.5%. I'm going to give Jack the choice. This one's 5%. Now, I mean, this is only my third trip with Jack, but I'm guessing he'd probably go for the 5% one, being New Year's Eve.
I don't mind.
Oh, now come on, Jack. I'm going to be the gent here.
The one on the left.
You're going to go for the one on the left. It's a good shout. Thank you very much for giving me the stronger one.
Cheers.
There we go. Enjoy it.
Zoom time. No, a bit of smoke.
I know you can actually see it in the shot. This fire, I know in the last little bit I said about us not putting rocks around it. Well, while I was away getting these from the car, Jack did a bit of reading, And yeah, Jack, would you like to enlighten the listeners or the viewers?
I don't really understand it because I didn't really think rocks absorb water, but I see plenty of articles
Come through the fog of smoke.
plenty of articles saying you shouldn't do it, so we're just not going to do that for now.
No. So yeah, if you're near a river, probably wise not to put a rock, not to just keep the rocks at bay. If you're on top of a mountain, you're probably safe. Anyway, enough of the geography lesson. Let's get these beers open, sit back and enjoy.
Also,
well, here we go. Look, we've come in at just the right time. You know, Jack, he's a physicist. He's a man. He can read the night sky beautifully as he did earlier. And now look at this. He's a magician as well. With a face full of smoke. But I can see you thinking here, our fire was pretty pathetic. And Jack's thinking is, if we stack it like Jenga, it's all going to pay off. So sit back and hopefully wait to be amazed. Crackle, crackle. And so here we are in a brand new year, 2024, finally arrived. Happy New Year to you. Gotta say, actually, myself and Jack back there, it was a pretty feeble attempt actually last night at seeing the new year in. The fire died a million deaths at about 10:30. And yeah, it was freezing cold. The pub was absolutely rammed, so you couldn't really get in. So we kind of called it a night at about 11. And I think that both of us were unconscious by the time midnight finally came round. So yeah, it doesn't really matter though. It is just another day, but a brand new year. Here's hoping it's a great year ahead for all of us. But yeah, we're feeling fresh this morning. It is pretty fresh out as well, hence looking a bit like a ninja. But yeah, Jack sort of planned for us to do an amazing hike today. Something that wasn't originally on the itinerary. But yeah, we're going to stay at the same campsite tonight. It just makes it easy to get away tomorrow. And yeah, this is up near Glen Etive. So we're going to sort of it's about 10 miles. It's going to take in some amazing glens. It's an area I've wanted to explore for ages. But before we actually get moving, Jack, the star that he is, he's boiling up some water actually in the back of his car. So we'll have a coffee and then get moving. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the drone up, just show you where we're heading and how amazing this landscape is. So we've been going about 15-20 minutes or so and it already feels like we've left civilization behind. It's brilliant, you know, New Year's Day, everyone's sort of sleeping off their hangovers, which means all of these beautiful glens like this one, we've got them all to ourselves. We don't know the name of this mountain, I'll have to have a look on the map and see, but look at it. Caked in snow. Stunning. Well, I might have already mentioned, but I wanted to do these mountains for such a long time. You know, driven through Glencoe, looked to the left and thought one day I will conquer you. And today we're doing it and look at the conditions. Famous last words, but so far so good. So once again, a bit of altitude makes all the difference. You know, we didn't have enough of winter on our last trip into the Cairngorms, so yeah, we've come back into it again. Might have to get the crampons and the spikes on. It's getting a bit slippery underfoot. And yeah, look ahead. It's beautiful, but you can sort of just see this wall of mist. We're guessing it's probably rain, but who knows, it could be snow as well. I might come back in a bit and show you. Well, as you can see, it's snow that we're walking into, although it's amazing because yeah, as it started to come down, it was actually rain to begin with. And yeah, I've always known that, like, you know, this snow is like really altitude dependent, but it's really proving it today. You know, in a space, we probably only got up about 50 metres or so, but it's enough to change it from, you know, from rain to sleet and then snow. Although it's kind of easing off a bit now. If I stop here and just spin it around, there's Jack behind. Yeah, if I spin it around, we're sort of cresting. I mean, I don't know if I call it a mountain part, like a pass, but there's the pile of rocks to mark the top point, the high point, and then we're going to drop down the other side for another view. Oh, this is cracking though. It's amazing. Conditions were supposed to be settled, and look at it. Life in the mountains. Oh, what a view. I'm going to show you this. This is just unreal. Scotland at its finest. Check this out. So that was special. You know, deer like that, you know, they're so synonymous with the Highlands, but to actually see them, and actually the great thing was they weren't really scared of us at all. We expected them to leg it, you know, from quite a distance away, but they didn't. They took one look, looked at us, and then just carried on about their business. But I've stopped as well just to show you where we are. I mean, again, we've come up this glen, still heading up, and I'll kind of do a 360. Oh, chopped my head off. And come round, it's the view behind. Look at this. Just trying to work out, it's amazing. Like some of these glens seem to have their own microclimates. You've got some mountains that have got very little snow, despite it appearing to be really high. And then ones like this that are just completely caked in it. And that's where we're headed. Wow. This has got to be one of the best parts of the Highlands. I mean, how do you top this? Right, anyway, Jack's powering on. I'm going to go and catch him. Yep, I can confirm the water in that burn there is absolutely freezing. And so for the second time, it's boots off again. Jack, I said earlier how cold the water was. How would you best describe it?
It's quite cold. You get pretty down. It's not too bad, but
He's a tougher man than me. Said it's not too bad. For me, by the time I got across this, I couldn't feel my feet. So let's just get the shoes off, get across. This should be the last fall we have to do of the day. So Jack is offering to be the guinea pig. He's going for it first. No funny noises, so he's if he's really cold, he's not showing it at the moment. Go on, Jack. Very kind man. He's carrying, because he's got the bigger packs, he's carrying my water. He's got a few other bits in there. He's put his boots in there as well. Water's just so clear. But seriously, I mean, a lot of this is just meltwater. Pretty deep. But he's doing well. Right, I reckon it's time for me to get my boots off and cross my fingers. Hope we get across in one piece as well. Oh my God. Absolutely freezing. I'm thinking of that line. I'm sorry, I'm going to sound ridiculous now, but that line from Titanic, when Jack Dawson goes, that water down there is so cold, it feels like 1,000 knives stabbing you all over your body. And that's exactly what it's like to these feet. Can you feel anything, Jack, with your boots on?
I'm not numb, I'm just in pain.
But I mean, it's so clear, but absolutely Baltic. Anyway, that is the last crossing. Sure of it. Let's get these boots on. And so, journey's nearly at an end. Got about 100 metres or so to the car park. But I thought, you know, I mean, the scenery in this whole area is just breathtaking. I mean, just look at it. Stunning. But yeah, it's been a cracking trip. You know, it just goes to show, you know, sometimes your plan B ends up still being amazing. It's not what we originally had planned, but even so, yeah, you know, it's the campsite, really enjoyed it. It's going to be good to have a nice warm shower when we get back as well. And then the scenery today on the wharf, it's just been breathtaking as well. Hard to beat. And I'd definitely say, you know, I know the weather's a bit grim and it's cold, but getting up here when the mountains are covered in snow just adds another dimension to it all. It's just breathtaking. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to click like and subscribe if you haven't done already, because you know me, it won't be long until the feet are itchy and I'm out there again sometime soon. Right, take care, guys. Adios.